गुड मॉर्निंग फ्रेंड्स। अब हम नेक्स्ट अपने प्लांट फिजियोलॉजी से रिलेटेड क्वेश्चन करते हैं। क्वेश्चन नंबर 1, फ्लूइड फील्ड इन वैक्यूल इज ऑप्शन ए सेल सैप। सेकेंड, exchange of the ions occur between dash and soil in plants, option D root elongation region, option D. Third, ringing experiment proves, option A root pressure. Fourth question, available water for the plant is dash water, option A capillary. Fifth question, in root water from cortex move through dash to reach protoxylem of steel, option B transfusion cells. Sixth question, in winter wooden doors cannot be opened easily, it is due to, option A imbibition, option A. Seventh, mass flow or Munch flow hypothesis explains, option B transport of organics. Eighth question, the conduction of water in plants needs, option A potassium. Ninth, the conduction of food in plant needs, option A boron. 10th question, photolysis occur in the presence of, option A manganese and chloride. 11th question, the primary acceptor of CO2 in C3 cycle, option B rubisco bisphosphate. Question 12th, the primary acceptor of CO2 in C4 cycle is, option A phosphoenol pyruvic acid, option A phosphoenol pyruvic acid. Next question 13, the stable intermediate product of C3 cycle is, option A PGA. Twelfth question, chloroplasts are dimorphic in leaves of, option D sugarcane. 15th question, in photosynthesis the number of ATP and NADPH2 needed to prepare one molecule of glucose are, option B 12th NADPH2 and 18 ATP, option B. 16th question, the synthesis of nucleoproteins, the process of respiration and the mobility of the phosphorus inside the plant require, option D magnesium. 17th question, an example for cross-lation acid mechanism CAM, option A bryophyllum. 18, H-slack mechanism or Crane's anatomy refers to C4 cycle, option C. 19 question, the common cell organelles in C2, C3 and C4 cycle is chloroplast, option C. 20th, which does not enter mitochondria during the respiration, option A ATP. 21, ATP is not released in, option A fermentation, 22, option A. 22 question, glycolysis and Krebs cycle are linked by acetylic acid. 23 question, anaerobic respiration is identified by the formation of ethyl alcohol, option C C2H3OH. 24 question, NADH2 is not released in, option D oxidative phosphorylation, oxidation phosphorylation. Stomata, 25th question, stomata help in, option D gaseous exchange. 26th question, all land plant transpire through, option C A and B, stomata and cuticle. 27 question, anti-transparent is, option C hibiscus acid. 28th question, cell elongation and apical dominance in plants are brought by cytokinins, option C. 29, the natural oxygen is, option B IAA. 30th question, the fruiting gases hormone is ethylene, option A. 31, zeaxanthin or kinetin and liquid triene endosperm of coconut refer to cytokinins, option A. 32, oleic acid is derived from stearic acid with a double bond between dash and dash, carbon number 9 and carbon number 10, option D. 33, the side chain of the vitamin A, E and K show terpenes, option B. 34. An example of neutral amino acid is option A, aliphatic amino acid. 35. Apple is rich in malic acid, option A. 36. Dash is the particularly useful in the separation and purification of enzyme, option C, affinity chromatography. 37. Dash are mostly found in nucleoproteins of the sperm. Option D, protamines. 38. Gum and glycoprotein are rich in option A, D, mannose. 39. Usually yeast and bacteria produce option C, dextrans. 14th question. From the mixture of RNA and DNA, RNA can be removed by the extraction with dash in which it is soluble, phenol, option A. 41. In a DNA molecule, thymine is 35 mg, adenine 30 mg and cytosine 35 mg. Then what would be the quantity of guanine? इसमें 4 का फ्रूट लगेगा, ऑप्शन सी 40 मिलीग्राम. इसमें जी यूनिट की जो क्वांटिटी होती है वो इक्वल टू साइटोसिन के बराबर होगी. तो 40 मिलीग्राम, रेशो सेम रहना चाहिए, तो दोनों साइड का जो रेशो है वो इक्वल होना चाहिए. तो 42 क्वेश्चन. इन Z फॉर्म ऑफ DNA द नंबर ऑफ बेस पेयर इन ईच टर्न इज 12 पेयर, ऑप्शन डी. 43. ऑन द अकाउंट of the purine and pyrimidine base is nucleic acid absorb ultraviolet radiation strongly with the absorption peak at 260 mu, option C. 44. According to the Chargaff law, the ratio of the purine and pyrimidine in DNA is 1:1, option A. 45. The vitamin usually given to the patient just before open surgery. Vitamin usually given to the patient just before open surgery is vitamin K, option D. 46. The important digestive enzyme which are found in the lysosomes are polyphosphatase, option A. 47. Alcohol reductase in example of dash enzymes, oxidoreductase, option C. 48. The code number of oxidoreductase is option A, 0.1.1.1. Next. (49) question. Dash is needed to maintain the normal plasma concentration of vitamin A, option A, zinc. 50. Raw egg white is rich in vitamin, option A, biotin. 51. Usually the absorption of soil water take place by option A, root hairy region. 52. Usually the exchange of soil ions occurs by root elongation region. 53. Donna's equilibrium and carrier concept theory explain, option C, exchange of ions. 54. Diffusion occurs, option C, both A and B, inside the cell or outside the cell. 55. Which is imbibant, option A, cellulose. 56. The value of osmotic potential of pure water is 0, option A. 57. The transpiration occurs through, option A, aerial part of the plants. 58. Transpiration is not physiological problem for, option B, submerged hydrophytes. 59. Lenticels involved in the transpiration refer to option A, parenchyma. 60. Mass Munch flow hypothesis explain the translocation of, option C, food. 61. In all vascular plant dash conduct food, option A, CV elements. 62. The conduction of water occur in the cortex by route by D, both A and B, apoplast and B, symplast way. ये method है apoplast और symplast. 63. Water transfuses through D, pericycle and transfusion cells. 64 question. Chloroplasts are absent in D, xylem elements. 65. Agrenal chloroplasts are usually found in C, bundle sheath of the monocots. 66. Quanta some are referred to option A, chloroplast. 67. ATP is generated in all the above: cyclic photophosphorylation, non-cyclic photophosphorylation, oxidative phosphorylation. 68. Photosynthesis is a, option D, both A and B, anabolic and reduction in reaction. Next. 69. Respiration is, option C, catabolic and oxidation in reaction. 70. Which of the following trap energy for photosynthesis? All the above: chlorophyll, A and B, xanthophylls and carotenols. 71. The unit of photosynthesis are quantasome. 72. Which is not the photosynthetic part of the plant. Epidermis of root. Option A. 73. The last electron transport of photophosphorylation is D. Plastocyanin. 74. ATP and NADPH2 are synthesized in photosystem second. Option C. 75. The primary acceptor of CO2 in Calvin cycle C3 is rubisco bisphosphate. Option B. 76. The primary acceptor of CO2 in C4 cycle is option D. PEPA. 77. 1C carbon compound is option A. CO2. 5 carbon compound is 78 question rubisco bisphosphate. Option C. 79. 7 carbon compound is pseudohaptulose phosphate. Option B. 18. 3 carbon compound is PEPA. Option D. 81. Light reaction involved in all the above: photophosphorylation, photolysis and release of the proton hydrogen. Next question. 82. Photolysis does not need option D. CO2. 83. Oxygen is released in option C. Non-cyclic. 84. Dark reaction includes all the above: CO2 fixation, sugar formation and regeneration of rubisco bisphosphate. 85. Number of NADPH2 and ATP molecule needed for the synthesis of one molecule of glucose molecules are respectively 12 and 18. 86. Anoxygenic photosynthesis occur in bacteria. Option A. 87. To synthesis one molecule of the glucose, regeneration of rubisco bisphosphate only needs 3 ATP. Option A. 88. The bond has the highest energy, ADP plus ATP. Option C. 89. Usually photosynthesis does not occur in option A. Seeds. 90. The aerobic respiration is best studied in option A. Seeds. 91. Stomata help in gaseous exchange. Option D. 92. Transpiration help in all the above: absorption of the soil water, protecting the plant from heat injury, maintaining the continuous water column inside the water body. Next question. (93) Transpiration needs option C both A and B: entry of potassium ion into the guard cell and exit of potassium ion from the guard cell. 94. Hida modes are conformed to D. Glutation. 95. In photosynthesis, all option C or D, all the above: water is split, water is formed, or CO2 is reduced. 96. In photosynthesis of the higher plants, option D, all the above: oxygen is released, CO2 is released, ATP is utilized. 97. In photosynthesis of the higher plants, all the above: oxygen is released, NADPH2 is used, or sugar is formed. 98. In photosynthesis, only radiant energy is converted into the chemical energy. 99. Photosynthesis does not occur in the fungi. Option C. 100 question. Both in photosynthesis and respiration, both A and B, water is formed and glucose is formed. 101. Energy wasting step is option C. hexose phase of glycolysis. 102. Neither gaining of the ATP nor losing of ATP take place in option B. fermentation. 103. Glycolysis start with option A. glucose. 104. Mitochondrial membrane is impermeable to option C. glucose. 105. Mitochondrial membrane is permeable to option D. pyruvate. 106. Both glycolysis and Krebs cycle are linked by option B. acetyl coenzyme A. 107. The net gain of ATP molecule in aerobic respiration. Net gain of 107 question is the net gain of ATP molecule in an aerobic respiration is option A. 38. 108. The net gain of ATP molecule in anaerobic respiration is 2. Option C. The net gain 10. The net gain of ATP molecules in glycolysis is option C. 2. 101. The total number of ATP molecule formed in the glycolysis is 4. Next question. 111. The total number of ATP molecule formed in the aerobic respiration. Option B. 40. 1112 ATP molecule are not formed in both B and C, glycolysis and oxidation of pyruvate. Glycolysis and option B and C, oxidation of pyruvate and fermentation. 113 NADH2 yield 3 ATP molecule as it passes through dash electron complex. Option A 1. 114 question, Fe2H2 yield 2 ATP molecule as it passes through dash electron complex 3. Next, 115, usually in respiration water is formed in fourth complex. 116, each Krebs cycle yield have many ATP molecules. Option D 1. How many? 117 question, primary energy source is option A carbohydrate. 118 question, secondary energy source is option C fat. Option C. 119 question, ATP is not formed in option C Calvin cycle or C3 cycle. 120, sugar fermentation alone needs option B DHP and 2,3-GP. 121 question, photosynthesis respiration is an alternative pathway of option A photosynthesis. 122, decarboxylation occur in the both B and C, oxidation of pyruvate and the Krebs cycle. 123, pyruvate is formed in option A cytoplasm. 124, an intermediate product formed in the C3 Calvin cycle is option C PGA. 125, an intermediate product formed in C4 cycle is option D oxaloacetic acid. 126, which of the following cycle do not perform light reduction of the photosynthesis? Option D bundle sheath cell of monocot leaf. 127 question, the photosynthesis is the best study in option B chlorella. 122, the rate of the photosynthesis is measured by option D oxygen bomb calorimeter. 129, the one growth of plant is measured by option A oxanometer. 130, the humidity in the atmosphere is measured by option B hygrometer. 131, the rate of the transpiration is measured by option C Gagnos's photometer. 132, the lenticle for the transpiration are formed by option B parenchyma. 133, which of the following are considered as lenticles? Option C pneumatophores. 134 question, which of the following does not undergo any change of conversion or interconversion during the photosynthesis? Option C CO2. 135, in plant apical dominance is promoted by option B auxin. 136, anti-transpirant is option D hibiscus acid. 137 question, symbiotic biological nitrogen fixation is added by auxin. Option A. 138, nodal and internodal elongation of the shoot are promoted by option B gibberellins. 139, pectic bond in unripe fruit is broken by option C ethylene. 140, drop of the plant parts is promoted by option D hibiscus acid. 141, the only gaseous plant hormone is option C ethylene. 142, plant always release option A CO2. 143, in tissue culture the cell elongation is promoted by option A auxin. 144, a cell increase in volume if the external medium is hypotonic. 145, if salt is present in the higher concentration in cell, then the water will enter the cell by osmosis. Option A. 146, during the osmosis water move through a membrane. Option A hypotonic to a hypertonic solution. Of a hypotonic to a hypertonic solution. Option C. 147, when a cell is fully turgid, which of the following will be 0? Option A diffusion pressure deficient. 148, the selective permeability identify phenomena of option B diffusion. 149, in turgid cells option C dPd is equal to 0. 150, the water potential of the pure water is option C 0. 151, the osmotic theory for absorption of the water was proposed by option C Elkins. 152, which of the absorption is a rapid type? Option D passive absorption. 153, wilting of the plant occurs when option A xylem is blocked. 154, root pressure is due to option A active absorption. 155, the transport velocity of a sap in xylem may be as high as option C 45 meter per hour. 156, the mechanism of opening of the stomata is the important factor is option A shape of the guard cells. 157, stomatal closure is induced by option C hibiscus acid. 158 transpiration is increased by option A high temperature. 157 question था कि stomal closure is induced by viscous acid and 158 transpiration is increased by option A high temperature. 115 which of the following is an anti-transpirant? Option A viscous acid. 160 stomata are equally distributed on the both the leaf surface in option B oat. 161 qualitative analysis of the transpiration is done by COCl2 method. Option A. 162 mineral absorbed by root move to the leaves through option C xylem. 160 plant always take their food in option C in inorganic form. 164 which of the following is a micronutrient? Option B Jadon zinc. 165 which of the following is not an essential element for plants? Lead. Option D. 166 cytochrome oxidase contain option C iron. 167 plastocyanin is a protein containing option A copper. 168 hard root of the sugar beet is caused by option C boron. 169 by the what method ions are absorbed by the plants? Option C by carriers and pumps. 170 according to the carrier concept the carrier is activated by of these option B kinase. 171 the pH of the phloem sap is around option 8 to 8.4. 172 the angiosperm synthesis of chlorophyll occur in the presence of option B light. 173 which of the following pigment is absent in the chloroplast? Option D anthocyanin. 174 the most evident protein in the plant world is found in option B chloroplast. 175 the enzymes that fix atmospheric CO2 and CO4 plant is option A pep carboxylase. 176 the phenomenon of red drop was observed in the plant? Option D chlorella. 177 heterotrophic nutrition is found in option B drosera. 178 in fermentation option A energy is consumed. 179 the formation of acetyl coenzyme A from pyruvic acid is the result of its oxidative decarboxylation. Option D. 180 the end product of the aerobic respiration plant are option A CO2 water and energy. The end product of aerobic respiration plants are CO2 water and energy. Next 181 the total ATP production during EMP pathways 8 ATP. 182 photorespiration take place in option A peroxisomes. Option A. 183 question the enzymes alpha amylase is activated. Option B calciamine. 184 the proton channel of oxysomes is option A F0 particle. The proton channel of oxysome is option A F0 particle.